Hello, this is Ariel. Welcome to my video protocol in which I detail how to use the PDMS devices. It is best if you watch this video after or at the same time as reading through the written protocol. I will not go over basic lab techniques that are required for this, such as taking an OD of a culture, diluting a culture, or plating a liquid culture. This video protocol is separated into 3 parts. Part 1, washing the devices. Part 2, inoculating the devices. Inoculating meaning adding the bacteria. And part 3, recovering from the devices. Depending on your goal, you will either be recovering from the devices or imaging them after inoculation. This protocol only covers the recovering option, but the parts of the video covering part 1 and 2 remain the same if you decide to image instead of recover. But note, if you are recovering from the devices, you do not need to use any cover slips, but for the sake of completeness, I will cover how to perform part 1 and 2 using a cover slip. Removing the cover slips from the protocol only serves to simplify it and does not change any of the steps. For more details, refer to the written protocol. I will also be detailing what changes without cover slips. With all of that in mind, welcome to part 1, washing the devices. This slide simply illustrates the things that you should have done before washing the devices, at least 30 minutes prior, if not before that. If you are recovering from the devices and not imaging them, you do not need to worry about the cover slip holder or the cover slips for any of the following steps. Step 1, remove the tinfoil from the container. Step 2, drain out the ethanol from the container, and be careful not to let the devices or cover slips fall out of the container. Watch me here. Step 3, use the tap to completely fill the container with water. Step 4, drain out all of the water that you just added, again without dropping the cover slips or device. Repeat those last 2 steps 9 more times so that you have filled up and dumped out the water from the container 10 times in total. After this is done, fill the container up until the cover slips are covered with millicube water. Now you want to recover the container with new tinfoil, double layered being best. Lastly, put a piece of autoclave tape onto the tinfoil in the container, and then take the container to be autoclaved on liquid cycle. Once the devices and cover slips come out of the autoclave, they are ready to be inoculated.